Hey everybody, so a couple things. One, it's summer. Well, not really. It'll be summer on Saturday, because that's the 21st of June. But it is, for most of us, summer vacation, or at least summer season, so to speak. The kind of time of the year when you don't have school and your responsibilities are significantly less, unless you have a part-time job, in which case they will work you 34 hours each week, if they can, because then they don't need to pay you full-time. But, more importantly, all the shows you love are currently not in season. I mean, Game of Thrones just ended, Supernatural just ended, a bunch of shows are out of season right now. And while there are some mid-seasons coming in, you're going to need something to keep yourselves entertained. So that's what I'm going to be here to talk to you about today. This is a new weekly video series I'll be doing all summer of new show you should be watching. Assuming that my video editor, myself, did this properly, you should have just seen a title card. Now, when I say new show, these are really technically old shows. They're shows that have been, well, done for a while. However, they might be new to you, because either you were a bit too young when they were out, or you just never got into them, and frankly, they're entertaining. And this week, we're going to be talking about a Japanese tokusatsu show, Kamen Rider OOOs.
Kamen Rider OOOs is part of the Kamen Rider series, which, very much like Doctor Who, has been going on forever, but you can kind of jump in at the beginning of each season and be able to pick up just fine. Also kind of like Doctor Who, the main character changes pretty often, but unlike in Doctor Who where you have the Doctor turning into a new version of the Doctor, in Kamen Rider, typically the hero of the new season is not the same hero as the last season, but rather a guy in another town with another set of powers that just happen to look similar. In this case, we're following the story of Eiji Hino. He's a traveling man with a tragic past and no place to call home. The tragic past is a little troubling in how it's done, but that's neither here nor there. There's also a group of monsters called the Greed, who were locked away 800 years ago by a man they just call the King. However, they are waken up by some museum robbers, and most of them go on a giant reign of terror because they want to have fun again. The exception to this is the greed of birds, Ankh. Each greed is based off of a type of animal, though the type seems to be a little loosey-goosey, so to speak. In this case, Ankh is the greed of birds, and he only is able to regenerate his arm. So he takes over the body of a dead detective, namely the detective Shingo Izumi, and kinda coerces Eiji to become the new OOOs, in order to help him collect the metals that the Greed's pet monsters Yummies are made out of. The Greeds are also made out of these metals, but they have special core metals inside of them that Eiji can use to change his armor. His basic form is called Tatoba, and combines the power of a falcon, a lion, and a grasshopper. It's a lot more fun when you're watching it. Trust me. He later finds out he can mix and match the other metals to gain different powers. And of course, he can also use these different powers to save people, which is what he really wants to do. Should you watch Kamen Rider OOOs? If you like action shows, then yes. If you like fawning over cute actors, as most of Tumblr does apparently, then go for it. If you're not very fond of, superheroes or live action stuff, then this probably isn't for you. We'll have a different sort of show for you next week. But this might be a very enjoyable experience for you, and I hope you enjoy it. I just said enjoy twice in a sentence. I am a terrible narrator.
So yeah, Kamen Rider OOOs is available online, subtitled. I'm certain you can find it. If you don't like subtitles, you can probably find the DVDs on Amazon, but you will need a DVD player that can play Japanese region DVDs. Very important for that. Very fun show, though, and I'm certain you'll all enjoy it. Come back next week, we'll have another new show for you. Have fun!